Welcome back, folks, to a brand new video.
With less than a population of under 650,000, Montenegro is one of the smallest countries in the Balkans. Yet this country has managed to squeeze in dramatic mountains, canyons, wonderful lakes, and the beautiful Adriatic coastline. So let's take a look at 12 beautiful places to visit in Montenegro. So first we're going to start off with probably the most touristy on this list, Budva, a more glamorous and touristy version of Kotor, and it's the most visited destination in Montenegro. It's also a popular cruise ship port in the summer months. The beach and the Riviera have become a playground for the rich and famous. So Budva might not be everyone's cup of tea, but it's worth braving the crowds at certain times of the year to wander through the stone alleyways and narrow streets of the medieval fortified city, which is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So it's smaller than Kotor, but the cobbled paths and Venetian walls are every bit as charming. Located in the middle part of the Bay of Kotor, adjacent to the narrow channel that opens out into the Adriatic. A tiny hillside town sandwiched between the coast and the mountains. You will see a single main street overflowing with pretty architecture. Crumbling bell towers and romantic seaside cafes, where you can get an almond cake, which is a local speciality. Perast was established by the Venetians, and you'll be able to see that in its palazzos and picturesque churches. So it's only just a 20-minute drive from Kotor, but I recommend staying at one of the family-run guest houses in the hills for a couple of nights. Next is Skadar Lake. The waters of Lake Skadar are shared between Montenegro and Albania, but the richest, marshiest part of the lake lies in the Montenegrin side. Skadar is the largest lake in the Balkan Peninsula, covering an area of 500 square kilometers. So despite its size, it's a true hidden gem in Europe, and has somehow managed to avoid the limelight. So there are a couple of different ways you can take in the beauty of Skadar Lake, but one of them is by riding the train from Podgorica to Bar. Now, it wouldn't be a trip to Montenegro without visiting at least one of the other popular destinations, Kotor. The UNESCO World Heritage listed Old Town is amongst one of the best fortified town centres on the Adriatic, and a worthy rival to Dubrovnik or Split. Dubrovnik is way too busy, by the way. It has medieval Roman churches, Venetian palaces, and towering Byzantine towers that all reveal the many different empires that have occupied Kotor over the centuries. The beautiful orange roofed houses, the narrow lanes, still with laundry hanging, and of course the resident Kotor cats. But wandering around the early morning is the best way to see the town, and if I had to choose between Budva and Kotor, I would say Kotor is more of a laid-back destination and Budva is full of energy. No matter how many photographs you'll see, nothing quite prepares you for the incredible sight of Montenegro's Sveti Stefan. So this collection of villas is as exclusive as the Balkans can get, so don't expect to explore it unless you're willing to pay for the privilege. Now, if you're up for an adventure, this destination might be intriguing. And it doesn't get any more dramatic than a monastery built against an almost vertical backdrop. The Ostrog Monastery is the most popular pilgrimage site in the country, and it isn't difficult to understand why. Stunning combination of human ingenuity and natural magnificence. So it's a wonderful sight to see, and one that you won't forget in a hurry. Nestled in the heart of Montenegro, a natural wonderland of rugged mountains, pristine glacial lakes and dense forests, Durmitor National Park offers a paradise for those of you who really love the outdoors. And there are plenty of hiking trails, all leading to panoramic views and picturesque valleys. So if you want to escape the hustle and bustle of city life and you just want to be at one with nature, Durmitor Park promises an unforgettable experience. Now, one unbelievable underrated gem is Stari Bar, or Old Bar, which is a historic town on Montenegro's southern coast that's close to the border with Albania. It's set back in the hills far away from the sea, and it dates back to the early Middle Ages, and is best known for its sprawling castle and Ottoman-built aqueduct. So this is a beautiful place, but it has an unfortunate history. In 1979, an earthquake devastated this part of Montenegro, thus destroying the aqueduct and leaving the town without running water. So the residents had no choice but to abandon their homes and relocate to the coast, where they established a new town, today's Bar, and went about rebuilding their lives. So this is a perfect place to wander around, explore, check out the crumbling walls, the churches, and of course, the mosques. But there are plenty of restaurants in the area. And I have to say, it reminds me of the Montenegrin version of Pompeii. Now we come to Tara River Canyon, and part of Durmitor National Park. The Tara River Canyon is one of the largest and deepest canyons, not just in the Balkan countries, but in all of Europe. Now this is a beautiful location for you to explore. The waterway flows down from Bosnia and Herzegovina, where it forms a natural border between the two countries. The most beautiful spot along the gorge is Durmitor Bridge, constructed in 1940 when Montenegro was part of Yugoslavia. It was the largest concrete arch bridge in Europe at the time. So if you do want to see the Tara Canyon, this is the perfect location to do it. Piva Canyon. Piva Canyon Road is a very scenic drive in the southwest of Montenegro near the border with Bosnia and Herzegovina. So if you feel like going along the winding roads of the Piva, then this is just for you. The drive offers unforgettable views of the mountains and of course the river, amazing turquoise water of Pisco Lake, and beautifully located bridge over the canyon. Now it's said that many people say that this canyon was even more beautiful, more attractive, and more mysterious than the Tara Canyon. There's fishing or cruising by boat. This place has it all. Now, when you look at the Montenegro map, at the extreme opposite end, the coastal city of Herceg Novi sits very close to the Bosnian and Croatian border, at the entrance of the bay. Like most towns of a certain age in this part of Europe, Herceg Novi has a turbulent history of conquest and ruin. The name means new castle, and the town is recognized for its Ottoman-built Kula fortress. Herceg Novi means new castle, and the town is recognized for its Ottoman-built fortress, its Bosnian-built sea fortress, and of course the Spanish fortress, all of which tower above the pretty beaches and harbours. So there is plenty for you to discover. And to top it off, there's an Austrian clock tower in the centre of its old town. Now we do a full circle, returning now to the Bay of Kotor, the jewel of Montenegro's crown. But there are more places to explore along this coastline. It used to be a laid-back village, but it's now more like Monaco, with a modern marina that's full of luxury yachts. But it's worth visiting in the summer for the many carnivals and fairs that take place. But also it's a convenient base for exploring the northern end of the coast, including the Blue Grotto, which is an underwater cave that's only a 40-minute drive away. And it's one of the most popular attractions on the coast of Montenegro. So the best way to visit would be on a speedboat tour day trip from either Tivat or Kotor. Really worth doing. And there you have it, folks. That was Montenegro, a stunning country with plenty of places to discover. So give it a go on your next holiday. Thank you for those of you who support the channel and has been there since day one. I always appreciate it. There's a new series coming, so stay tuned. And as always, I'll see you all on the next one.